Bazaar.com. Patriot, powered by Amity University.
Viewers, I'm somewhere deep inside the jungles of Nagaland with a bunch of troops who are from all the northeastern states. The news that we hear about the Northeast is mainly negative news. We hear about violence. We hear about the violence between the Nagas and the Manipuris. But there is one place where the Mizo can sit down with the Khasi for a meal. There is one place where the Naga can call the Manipuri his brother. I'm Major Gaurav Arya, and I'm with the Assam Rifles. So we reached a spot where we want to rest a little while, have some tea, have some cha, as they say. Viewers, the average age of these Assam Rifle guys here who are with me is 26, 28, and they're super fit. I'm 20 years older than them. I shouldn't be doing this, but I am anyway. Time for tea.
Number 1, number 2, 3, 4. 4 आदमी इधर आप.
हाँ गुरुजी, आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम ओडार एल कांसो.
मेजर गौरव आर्या. आपसे मिलकर बड़ी खुशी हुई. आप कहाँ के रहने वाले?
मैं मणिपुर उखरुल डिस्ट्रिक्ट के.
अच्छा, एक बात बताइए गुरुजी, जो चाय यहाँ पे बना रहे हैं आप लोग, इसमें तेज पत्ती वगैरह सब कुछ, चाय पत्ती सब डाल के चाय तो आपने फिट कर दी है. ऐसी चाय कितनी बार बना चुके हैं आप असम राइफल्स में? कई बार बना चुके हैं जंगल में?
हम लोग बहुत बार हो चुका है सब.
अच्छा, और ये चाय पीने का मजा अलग है.
बहुत टेस्टी लगता है इसमें.
ये यहाँ पे और टेस्टी लगता है ना?
हाँ जी.
बीच जंगल के बीच में.
जंगल में.
हाँ, मीलों मील कुछ भी नहीं है, जंगल ही जंगल है बस.
जंगल और जंगल है इधर. बहुत टेस्टी और अच्छा टेस्टी आता है इधर जंगल में.
अच्छा, एक बात बताओ गुरुजी, आप, मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, ये हमने ना यहाँ पे हम लोग पेट्रोल पे आए, आपने डिफेंस ले लिया.
हाँ सर.
ऐसा भी कभी हुआ है आपकी नॉलेज में या आपके एक्सपीरियंस में कभी पहले कि आप लोग रेस्ट कर रहे हैं और वहाँ से कोई इंसर्जेंट आ गया, कोई मिलिटेंट आ गया, ऐसा होता है कभी?
हो चुका है सब. हमारा कार्रवाई ऐसी, इसलिए हम लोग पहली बार पे होया, इसलिए हम लोग ये डिप्लॉय करके हम लोग चाय बनाने वालों का अलग सॉर्टेड है सर.
अच्छा, तो चारों तरफ से हमारे प्रोटेक्शन है?
चारों तरफ प्रोटेक्शन लगा रखा है सर.
हाँ, और AK-47 लेके?
हाँ सर.
सारे जवान तैयार हैं और हम लोगों की बन रही है चाय. व्यूअर्स, वी आर हैविंग टी. आई हैव नेवर हैड टी. दे पुट तेज पत्ता व्हिच आई हैव नेवर सीन बीइंग पुट इन टी, बट लेट्स सी हाउ इट फिगर्स. और ये लकड़ी को छील के इसका हमने एक चम्मच बना दी है. ऐसे आप लोग खाना भी बना लेते हैं?
खाना भी बना लेते हैं सर.
चलते चलते ऐसे
चलते चलते बनाना पड़ता है सर. हम लोग थोड़ा मौका मिलेगा तो बना लेते हैं सर.
अच्छा, इसके अंदर क्या क्या डाला है? तेज पत्ता डाला है, चीनी डाला है, चाय पत्ती डाली है.
हाँ जैसे.
और पानी है, दूध है?
पानी है, दूध है.
अच्छा. व्यूअर्स, यू नो Assam tea is world famous, but I'm told that tea with Assam Rifles is still more famous. आज पी के देखते हैं Assam Rifles की चाय. तो उस्ताद, और क्या क्या बनाते हैं आप लोग? आपने जैसे ये चाय अभी बना दी, तो जब पेट्रोल में होते हैं तब कभी कभी तो जैसे सर्वाइवल के लिए और सांप वाप ये सब तो ठीक है, पर उसके अलावा जो नॉर्मल खाना जो बना सकते हैं वो बना लेते हैं आप लोग? कभी कभी हम लोग दाल चावल बना लेते हैं बीच में.
दाल चावल भी बना लेते हैं. जैसे हम लोग जंगल में चलने के टाइम में, ड्यूटी चलने के टाइम में,
हाँ,
जो सामान भूख नहीं सकता तो दाल लेकर दाल में डालने वाला है, जैसे पत्ता, जंगल पत्ता मिक्स करके हम लोग बना कर खा लेते हैं सर.
जंगल का पत्ता सब चावल में डाल के, दाल में डाल के
सर,
तो उसे पेट भर जाता है?
भर जाता है सर.
अच्छा,
अच्छी तरफ से.
They made this tea. After making this tea, they are going to remove all traces of this fire. यहाँ पे किसी को पता नहीं लगना चाहिए कि असम राइफल्स का पेट्रोल आया था.
अब पता भी नहीं चलना चाहिए सर. और जैसे इधर हम लोग आग छोड़ के चली जाए तो जंगल में आग फैल जाए तो हम लोग को इसी पे मालूम हो जाएगा. इसलिए ये बचाना पड़ता है सर हम लोग को।
और अगर कोई मिलिटेंट आता है, इंसर्जेंट आता है, तो उसको भी पता लग जाएगा।
उन लोगों को भी पता चल जाएगा।
हाँ, तो इसलिए आप लोग
जल्दी कार्रवाई करके हम लोग मिटा कर चले जाते हैं।
Friends, this is what we are doing. We are trying to obliterate all traces of fire. यहाँ पे किसी को पता नहीं लगना चाहिए कि यहाँ पे हमने कभी आग जलाई थी या यहाँ पे कभी असम राइफल्स का पेट्रोल आया था। Friends, fantastic tea. Tejpatta, tea leaves, sugar, milk, water, all getting together here in the middle of the jungle. You know, this tea is also important because we have our friends here, our friends from the Assam Rifles, who are all over giving us protection because this area is deemed dangerous. It's an insurgency prone area and we are here in the middle of Nagaland and we're having this tea. You know, friends, we talk about English breakfast tea. We talk about Darjeeling tea. All of them are fantastic. But to my mind, the best tea I've ever had is Assam tea made by the Assam Rifles in the jungles of Nagaland. These youngsters are now climbing the ladder. They're going to climb all the way up and then they're going to come down. See, look at them go. Look at them go. Like young cheetahs. They're climbing, look at them. And the ustads, their instructors are egging them on, you know. They're saying, "Or speed, chihiye, speed." Because actually they're training to overcome natural obstacles and rush towards the enemy. So here, that is a double ditch. Go, 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 go. This is the monkey swing. Monkey swing. Yes.
Commando!
Yeah. Come on. This is the balancing beam. They are on the balancing beam. They're on the balancing beam and now first guy is already through.
Commando!
Amazing balance.
Commando!
It's amazing balance.
Commando! Commando! Commando!
These guys normally come in the excellent group and the other guys hardly 20-25 seconds.
Commando!
30 seconds.
Commando! 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 Commando!
This is the last guy. Come on. And they're through. There they go. Viewers, you are about to see the dhava, or the final fighting with the bayonet. When you attack an enemy objective, usually the firing is when you use your weapons, you're using small arms, you're fighting. But when you have reached the objective, when you're at the enemy defenses, that is the time when then there's hand-to-hand fight. That is the time when you take out your rifles with your bayonets and then the bayonet fighting starts. This is a live demonstration of how the bayonet fighting will be in times of war. This is the famous dhava. Ustad, shuru kare. He has disemboweled the enemy, he's put his bayonet inside the enemy's stomach, taken out his intestines. Viewers, you know, to many of you it may seem play acting, but this is not play acting. This is very real. This is exactly what the Indian Army did in Kargil and all the battles. This is what all soldiers do. Take the bayonet, go up close and personal, and disembowel the enemy. Shove the bayonet inside the enemy's chest or the enemy's stomach. This is the final act of fighting when you overthrow the enemy and you are at his defenses, where the fighting is at its worst. Viewers, I'm here in the northeast, somewhere in Nagaland, and around me there are jungles, beautiful, bountiful jungles. This beautiful jungle is also home to some of the most fierce insurgents who lurk here, sometimes fighting for money, and sometimes about some old notion of tribal honor and ethnic superiority. But we need men and women, tough men and women with weapons in their hands to guard India's northeastern frontiers, and which is why I'm here to visit the officers and men of the famous, the legendary Assam Rifles. I have with me here 6 officers whom I'm going to speak with, each with a very different story. There are some officers who were born and bred in the Assam Rifles, who've risen from within to take that coveted officer rank and lead men from front. Yet there are many others who have come on deputation from the Indian Army. Let's speak to each one of them and let's find out what their stories are. And I promise you viewers, these are going to be very, very interesting stories. Deputy Commandant K.R. Chauhan.
Sir, Jain sir.
Jain. Such a pleasure to meet you. अच्छा, आप बताइए, you're in Assam Rifles for how long? कितना time हो गया आपको Assam Rifles में?
Sir, I joined Assam Rifle as a operator in signal, sir.
Okay.
In 1992, sir.
अच्छा.
Yes, sir.
और उसके बाद फिर then you picked up officer rank.
Sir, in 2009 I commissioned in Assam Rifle, sir.
Okay.
As a air cadre officer, sir.
Okay.
In the rank of assistant commandant, sir.
अच्छा, assistant commandant.
Yes, sir.
तो आपको कितना साल हो गए total गिनती में?
Total 27 years, sir.
27 साल हो गए आपको?
Yes, sir.
27 साल में कितना एक्शन देखा आपने?
सर बहुत अप्स एंड डाउन देखे सर हम असम राइफल में मैंने.
हाँ.
सिंस आई फ्रॉम मैंने वो एज ए जवान भी देखिए क्या क्या जो वहाँ पर तकलीफ होती है, क्या मुश्किल होती है. एंड इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क सर कि असम राइफल में एज ए कमीशन लेना सर.
लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, लॉट ऑफ सैक्रिफाइस आल्सो.
सैक्रिफाइस सर, लॉट ऑफ सैक्रिफाइस सर. उनकी 2 साल तक सर छुट्टी भी नहीं काटी सर हमने टू गेट दिस रैंक सर, टू कम टू अप दिस लेवल सर.
और ये बात अगर मैं किसी और को समझाऊं तो समझ नहीं पाएगा, क्योंकि कितना इसमें बलिदान चाहिए ये सब पाने के लिए, कितनी मेहनत करी है. अच्छा, और बताइए एक्शन क्या क्या देखा? कभी इंसर्जेंट्स के साथ, मिलिटेंट्स के साथ, टेररिस्ट के साथ मुठभेड़ हुई?
यस सर, मुठभेड़ हुई सर. बट J&K में ऑल्सो, J&K में जब थे वहाँ पर भी काफ़ी इंसर्जेंसी थी उस टाइम में. जब भी बाहर जाना तो ये वापस आएंगे कि नहीं आएंगे ये नहीं होता था निर्धारित. बहुत वहाँ भी इनकाउंटर देखे सर. बट बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड कुछ नहीं हुआ. बहुत सक्सेसफुली वहाँ पर भी एज ए ऑफिसर सर, या नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी आई वाज इन बिफोर कमिंग हियर सर, जोनेबुटो डिस्ट्रिक्ट में मैं पोस्टिंग था 5 असम राइफल्स के साथ सर. वहाँ पर एक्चुअली नागालैंड की 80% ऑफ इंसर्जेंसी जोनेबुटो से कहती है सर. 80% ऑफ इंसर्जेंसी इज फ्रॉम जोनेबुटो. तो सीज फायर अब्रोगेशन के बाद सर मैंने एज ए कंपनी कमांडर वहाँ पर 23 मिलिटेंट्स को, अंडरग्राउंड्स को सर अप्रीहेंड किया है, जिसमें 2 बहुत टॉप लेवल के थे. एक तो उनका फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी था NNCNK का. अच्छा. इट वाज द फर्स्ट कैच आफ्टर एब्रोगेशन ऑफ सीज फायर सर. और वो केस सर NIA को हैंडओवर किया था हमने.
डिप्टी कमांडेंट KR चौहान, पेट्रियट में आने का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ आवर शो.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच.
Such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you
सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर.
And Major Rahul Barthwal.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind, brother, Jai Hind. So Rahul,
sir,
you are, of course, you're wearing the shoulder flashes of the Assam Rifles, but otherwise from which unit are you?
Sir, I am from 16 Rajputana Rifles, sir.
16 Rajrif?
Yes, sir.
Very good, yeah. So I see high alti.
Yes, sir.
High alti कहाँ पे करी थी?
Sir, we were at Lumpu, sir, in 2011 when I was commissioned.
Okay.
That time मेरी unit Lumpu में थी.
अच्छा.
We served there till 2013 June, sir.
Okay.
So we were in one of the important posts. I was in one of the important posts.
Yes.
That was known as Bhavani Post and Hatunga Post.
Okay.
And that has got very much importance for the 1962 war.
Okay.
That Thagla Ridge. So we used to cover that. That post was there and the battalion area was there. So that was the...
Terribly cold?
Terribly cold, sir.
During winters?
Yes, sir. It was...
Minus?
Minus, and rest of the time it was, most of the time in the summer it was raining.
Yes.
So the area was very bad. बहुत चलना भी बड़ा मुश्किल होता था. And वहाँ पे हम लोग LRPs करते थे 2-3 दिन का. तो ये बहुत ही अच्छा एक नया experience था सर फौज में आने का.
Yes.
And
must have been wonderful. Huh?
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Excellent. You came into the Assam Rifles.
Sir.
And how much time have you spent here?
Sir, I'm completing 2 years here.
Okay.
As a officer here.
Yes.
I came in the month of April 2016.
All right.
Initially, I got posted to one of the battalions.
Yes.
And after a stint of 6 to 7 months,
yes,
I came back to Assam Rifle Training Center.
Okay.
So I was. I
so
came
you're part of the training
yes, sir.
team
I am a battalion training officer of number 2 training battalion.
Okay.
And we are looking after the training of recruits as of now, sir.
Okay. So tell me, what was your experience in the unit, Assam Rifles Battalion?
So unit, the experience is totally different.
Okay.
Because as an infantarian, आप वहाँ पे you are again going with the same flow, same ROPs कर रहे हैं आप, and उनके साथ घूमना फिरना हो रहा है, तो एक अलग सा experience है. Assam Rifle troops, they are excellent, sir.
Yes.
They are actually excellent because
tough guys, huh?
Tough guys, sir. आप किसी भी terrain में, because they are here from last so many years.
Yes.
This force has a glory of 170 years of sacrifice and history and of glory and sacrifice, sir.
Yes.
And these people are there working from last so many years, and the same mode of thing they are following, sir. ROPs and ROPs, CI. So it's a different learning experience first of all, sir. Then in Assam Rifle and especially in units, you got to speak to people, sir. आप अलग-अलग tribes, अलग-अलग culture से मिलना मुलाकात होती है. So that is again a
so
learning.
You have Nagas, you have Mizos,
yes,
you have Khasis, you have Kukis, everybody.
Semas,
yes,
Aos.
Yes.
So आप लोग
Konyaks.
So every tribe has got different way of living life.
Yes.
And it's again a learning and knowledge, sir.
And one good thing that you told me, ROP and ROP again, sir, and again. Sir. So obviously, since it's based on the infantry pattern, yes, and you are there in the jungle, sir, so every day you become an expert in minor tactics.
Absolutely, sir.
Wahi ambush, wahi raid, wahi patrolling, wahi ROP duty, same thing again and again and again, right? And
the learning experience is also there, sir.
Obviously,
you learn from your troops, you learn from your JCOs,
yes,
you learn from your officers.
Yes.
So they people who have already served here, they are ex-servicemen here. They used to come to our post. They used to share their own experiences.
Yes.
So that is again a good learning, sir.
That's always fun, no? Speaking to old veterans who will come and talk to you. Because हमारे time पे ऐसा होता था, they'll tell you those stories.
Sir.
That's so much of fun. Thank you, Major Rahul.
Jai Hind, sir.
And Jai Hind, and thank you for being on Patriot. Pleasure. Captain Archana Chauhan.
Sir.
Welcome to Patriot.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So, Captain Archana, tell me, you have been here for how long?
Sir, I've been here for 18 months, sir.
18 months, 1.5 years, okay?
Sir.
And the tenure is for 3 years, is it?
Sir, 2 to 2.5 years, sir.
2 to 2.5 years.
Sir.
So you've gone through, I think, more than 50% of your tenure.
Sir.
It's over. And you're from which regiment and which army?
Sir, I belong to 146 Light AD Regiment SP, sir.
Okay. AD. How different it is, tell me. Because AD, the culture is different.
Sir.
A lot of techos in AD, huh?
Sir.
And it's all about being a techo in AD. It's a lot of technical stuff in AD.
Sir.
Air defense. Here it's hardcore infantry work.
Sir.
How is it different for you?
Sir, the difference is very much. Like for an AD, we are dealing with missiles and radars. It's a technical arm.
Yes.
Now coming to Assam Rifles, the exposure has been completely different.
Yes.
Now here we are dealing with conventional ops of war.
Yes.
Intensive CI environment.
Yes.
So that exposure shifting from a peace location coming to a field.
Yes.
Was a very good learning experience also.
Yes.
And a new exposure to something to do good in life, sir.
Yes. So the differences must have also been in the sheer physicality of the job, because there, more brain is required in AD. Brain is also required here. I'm not saying brain is not required here, but here it's also about, because this is more aligned to the infantry,
sir,
right? So I'm sure the exposure must have been different. Sir. So what is your role here? What do you do?
Sir, I've been posted as a training officer for the Mahila company, sir, and additionally I'm doing the responsibility of the quartermaster also, sir.
Okay.
So we are training the Mahila recruits here, sir.
These Mahila recruits, they come from all over or specifically Northeast?
No, sir, they're from all over the country, sir.
All over the country.
Sir.
Kaisa lag raha hai? You must have found so many stories, huh?
Sir.
Where people have come, because generally in our country,
sir,
many people would have told, especially in the villages, that women should not do this, should not do that.
Sir.
But all of them are winners. I mean, they have, fought against convention and they've come here. So you must have seen so many of such examples there.
Sir, I'll give you a personal example, sir. I belong to a small village in Ghaziabad. Everyone used to question my father, why are you investing so much on the study of a girl, sir? Okay. My father used to tell them, my daughter will prove her worth.
Yes.
And the first success that I achieved in my life, when I saw my father, he was pepping my shoulder, sir. A smile on his face said it all, sir.
No, and that is worth That is what all
That
the
smile,
gold in the world.
Sir, that
Yeah?
smile on his face when he was pipping me, sir.
Yes.
It was the first success
Yes.
that I have achieved in
So
my life.
what
sir.
happened to all those guys in the village who were saying that?
The daughter has made us proud, sir. Now there is a change in
Attitude.
yes, sir.
You need
That
one success story, ना?
Sir.
एक success story चाहिए. सबका मूड बदल जाता
Yes,
है
sir.
फिर. So tell me, have you tried to replicate a little bit of OTI here?
Yes, sir, we have, sir. Sir, training a recruit is both a physically and psychologically investing procedure, sir.
Yes.
You need to make them physically fit also and
Yes.
psychologically active to adhere to the rules and procedure of the force.
Okay.
They have to adjust themselves, what role they'll be used in the force, sir.
Yes.
So that is why, sir, yes, the training standards are same, sir. Like, for example, if it's the same standard for a lady cadet, the same standards have been applied for the Mahila recruit also, sir.
All right.
And they are at par with the male recruits also here, sir.
Okay. When you go back from here,
Sir.
what memories are you going to take back? Because you'll go back to AD.
Sir.
Again, computers, laptops, missiles.
Sir.
So what memories are you going to take back from here?
Sir, Assam Rifles has lived up to its name of Friends of the Hilly People, sir. Not only it is being utilized in border guarding role and along with the CI intensive environment, they have been helping the local people also, like people who have been located in the remotest of the part.
Okay.
They have been brought up to the mainstream. They have been held in like internal security. Then the floods are there, sir, helping them to develop education. We have been helping them. So there are few things which you would want to go back in the unit and you would like to help your families on the same lines also, sir.
So Assam Rifles also has a soft face.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir.
So Assam Rifles knows when to use the gun.
Sir.
It knows when to use the handshake.
Winning of the heart. Winning
of the
hearts
hearts and minds
of
also.
people, sir.
That also you do.
Sir.
Huh? Such a pleasure to meet you,
Sir.
Captain Archana.
Thank you so
you very
much,
much
sir.
for being on
Sir.
Patriot. Major SS Dadwal.
Sir,
Thank you for being on Patriot, my friend.
my pleasure, sir.
So, tell me, what brings you to Assam Rifle? You got posted here how many years back? How many months back?
Like, I have put in 2 years of service in Assam Rifles, sir.
Okay.
I am from infantry.
Okay.
So I was posted here in April 2016.
Which regiment are you from?
I am from Tujat, Multan regiment, sir.
All right, Tujat Multan.
Sir.
How is Assam Rifles different from your infantry battalion here? तो Tujat पुरानी पलटन होगी ना?
Yes, sir, 200 years.
200 years back.
Sir.
और 200 साल पुरानी पलटन है. You come from a very respected infantry battalion. And then you've come to Assam Rifles where it is different. The culture is different. The people are different. Right? Tell me something about this.
The first and the foremost difference between Assam Rifle and a regular infantry battalion is, sir, here the troops are all India troops, like mix. You can find the people from Mizoram, Manipur, Rajasthan, Haryana, everywhere, every part of the
Yes.
like what is not there in a regular infantry battalion. Like mine is a Jat regiment.
Pure Jat.
They've got pure Jats.
Acha.
That is the first difference.
Maybe Rajasthan, Haryana, wherever.
UP.
UP.
Only 3 states.
Yes, 3 states, but pure Jat.
Pure Jat.
Okay.
The other difference is the kind of motivation these guys have got in Assam Rifles. Sir.
Yes.
Because these people, they have to survive till 60 years in Northeast and totally CI environment.
Yes.
Infantry battalions, otherwise in army, sir, they have a tenure of 2.5 years, 3 years in field and they go to peace.
Yes.
But here in Northeast, in Assam Rifle, there is no peace, sir. They have to be in field throughout their life, sir.
Throughout their careers.
Throughout their
They
career.
retire at 60 years of age. Till the time you're here, till the time you sort of retire, you're doing nothing but
CI.
CI.
And border guarding, sir.
That's all.
That's all.
And field throughout.
Throughout their life.
Right. So it requires a different kind of mindset to do all this, right?
We have to prepare recruits according to that only. The training is based on that only, sir.
Okay.
Here I am doing training officer, sir, of number 3 training battalion.
All right.
We have to prepare those recruits, those who are civilians, sir. We have to make them a soldier.
Okay.
The training is based on that only, so that they are ready for the task which has to be given to them for next 30, 40 odd years.
Okay.
Till the time they are retired, sir.
Excellent, excellent. So tell me something now. You are going to go back after some time.
Sure.
You'll go back to your unit. And what memories are you going to take back from here? I'm sure there are many pleasant memories also.
Yes, sir, pleasant memories. The thing is the kind of motivation I have seen in the troops of the Northeast, sir.
Yes.
It is amazing, sir.
Excellent. Such a pleasure speaking to you, Major Dadwal. Thank you very much
Thanks.
for being on Patriot here.
PolicyBazaar.com. Patriot. Powered by Amity University.